Hi. Hope you guys are doing well. I am doing significantly better than last week. I am no longer sleeping constantly. I am sleeping a normal amount, and I am looking forward to June being done and moving into July. I know for a lot of us, June has been a very taxing month, and it definitely has for me. And I will be very happy to have it over and to be moving into July. And I think big things are percolating, at least for me, if not for many of us, in July. And then things are going to just kind of go nuts in August, I think. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, things are starting to move. This past weekend, one of my Baron videos just kind of went nuts for me. I know there's a lot of ASMR artists out there who get many views, but for me, I tend to get about 10 views an hour. And with the Baron video, I tended to get about 100 views an hour for the entire weekend. So I have about 6,000 views on that, and it was posted on Friday. So that's very exciting for me, and made me feel very good and vindicated. And tonight we are going to be working on the throat chakra, so that should be a lot of fun. And I feel very crowded here in my closet because I have a lot of stuff in here. But I am going to do the role play, and then I am going to open up the comments for readings, if people would like readings. I do have an energy healing planned. I probably will only do one, though, because I did a long energy healing from my website. Someone requested one on my website, and I did that earlier. So they do take a lot out of me. So I'm going to do one for Kate tonight. And hi, Robin. Hi, Tom. If you guys are here, please do comment. Let me know you're here. I know a lot of people will be trickling in little by little. So I'll give people a couple more minutes. I'm trying to think if there's any other things I need to talk about. My first Baron CD is now available on MP3. I think I mentioned that last time, but I have another CD that I just recently put out that's on Amazon under Jessica Cross. It is ASMR Whisper Rituals, and it just became available on MP3 too. I am fighting with Amazon right now because I have two CDs that are over a month old that are available on CD but not available on MP3, and most people like to have them on MP3. So I'm having a fight with them right now. And I have another video, another CD that is coming to me soon so I can proof it, and then we'll have that up, and hopefully we'll have the MP3 on that pretty soon. So that's what's going on that front. The Baron has become really popular. I am loving working with the Baron. Had a bit of an epiphany about the Baron today on my walk, and I've kind of figured out what the next series with the Baron is really going to be. I had an idea in my head, but I wasn't sure how to work everything in, and I figured it out today. And so I have two CDs for the Baron that I have pretty much set in my head, and then I have a couple more ideas. I actually probably have 3 CDs ready to go in my head. I just want to flush them out a little bit more. But one I think I will record this week. My husband goes to London early tomorrow morning, and I will have the evenings where I don't feel bad kind of locking myself in a closet and recording. Sometimes I feel like I'm a bad wife when I run off, although my husband and I both somewhat work from home, and I see him a lot, so it's not like We need the evenings to be together. And hello, Lady Dynamite 7. Remind me what your name is. I know it. I know it, and I know if I think hard enough, I'll remember it. But I'm afraid I'll get it wrong. So, Lady Dynamite, let me know your name again. I would appreciate it. I know you. And I know I'm going to kick myself once you tell me what it is. But all right. So with that, we got a big one today. So let's talk about throat chakra. So throat chakra is a blue, see, even did my nails the right color for you. And as you know, I'm a massage therapist, so I'll probably have to take this off right afterwards, but I did paint it right before because I happen to have the perfect color for throat chakra. And if you noticed, I did my yellow for the solar plexus too. So it is a blue disc. It's actually a little darker than this, but not much. Sophie. Oh, that's right. Okay, Sophie, sorry. For some reason I thought, Sophie, that you had the name Sophie in your username, because I know it is your Facebook name. Okay. Thank you, Sophie. So I know exactly who you are. Because Sophie and I have been talking on Facebook a bit. The Facebook page is really fun. I am able to allow a few more people in, and then I think I'm going to close it and keep it just for us. I think I'm just going to have it for the people who come to the live one. If I get a lot of call from people who watch this much afterwards, then maybe I'll open another Facebook page that is for kind of people who decide to do the chakra workshop after the fact. But I'm going to keep it kind of small, and we're coming to the tail end. We've got heart, we've got heart, we've got throat, we've got third eye, we've got crown, and we're done with this puppy. And then we've got the big retreat the second week in August, which I'm so excited about. So chakra workshop is really about working through barriers, working through blockages, and then the retreat is going to be about what do we replace that with, and what's all the fun stuff we want to be working on that will cause us to grow. So throat chakra is here. It is a blue disc right about the middle of your collarbone. Some people will say back by the spine. I've heard kind of all different things. I see it as sort of a big disc when I see them, when I do healings. And it is about communication. But it does not just mean that you are a good communicator, you're good at talking to people, you're good at presenting things. It's really about being able to express your feelings and emotions. So for some people, the throat chakra will express itself through the arts, through creativity. So expressing your feelings through painting and dancing and music and acting and whatever it is you do. So when it's blocked, you may be struggling in that area. It's also about speaking your truth. So it's about, are you really saying what you need to say to people? Are you keeping things hidden in secret? Are you, I have been having a lot of throat chakra openings lately because I've been talking to a lot of people about my videos and my CDs, and a lot of people who I've been doing these for almost 2 years now, and there's a lot of people in my life who really have no idea I do them, or the people who do know that I do them have no idea what they are, and what I will often just explain that they're relaxation videos. And people know that I was a stress reduction counselor, so they really figure I'm doing guided meditations, which I am, but ASMR is a lot more than that. So I've been explaining ASMR to a lot more people lately, and that's fun. But I've gotten to the point where this is what I love to do. And if I really want this to be part of my life, and I really want it to be a career of some sort, people need to know I do it. So I am learning my elevator speech for ASMR, and how do I explain to people what I do and why I do it, and why I don't think it's weird and creepy, especially as a stress reduction counselor. I would look for any technique I could to help people. So I think it's called EMDR, the tapping. I took all of those classes when I was doing counseling. I would do anything to try and help people, and ASMR helps people, hands down, no question about it. I don't care if you think it's weird. I don't care if you don't understand it. It helps people. It helps me tremendously. And stress reduction is one of the biggest issues that we're facing right now. So I'm not embarrassed about it. I know I often need to explain it quite a bit, but it is what it is. So that's my throat chakra issues. And so think in terms of that, what are the secrets that you're keeping? What are the truths that you're not saying? Physically, it can also result in a sore throat, colds, things like that. So with that, I think the majority of our regulars that are coming tonight have jumped in. And hello everybody, I know there's a few more of you in there that have not commented and let me know you're there. If you would like to, I'd love to say hi to you. If you want to let me know your name, if it's different from your username, I'd love to call you by your real name. And I will center myself, and then I'm gonna start the role play for throat chakra. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Yeah? Yeah. Things starting to get a little bit easier? Good. Maybe we've worked through a lot of the core stuff you need to work through. I think even when you have stuff going on in the higher chakras, once you work through the lower chakras, I think it gets easier to do. Again, it's like a muscle. It's like anything you do over and over again gets easier. So I think even the work, as hard as it is to do this kind of dredging up of our feelings and blockages and past issues, it does get easier the more that we do this. So are you ready for throat chakra today? You are? Okay. Anything that I need to know about heart chakra? That's hard. Heart chakra is hard. And heart chakra really is our main connection to energy. So, energy is really, like I've said, if you don't know what to replace something with, replace it with love. And it really is kind of the root of energy. It's this kind of unconditional love for people. So it's a hard one, and it's one that needs to be worked through. Even if you don't think you have love issues, you may have issues with the energies out there. And if you can't get that clear, you're going to have a hard time with third eye and spirit too. So it's a good one to work through. But you're feeling okay? Good. Well, hopefully it'll get a little easier from this end out. Yeah, because, if you're doing chakra work, then you're using your intuition. So hopefully some of the issues you may have had, we've been working through, because you've got to use your intuition for these guided meditations. So, all right, so throat chakra tonight is about communication. It's about expressing your feelings and emotions. And if you have a blockage here, it may result in either shyness because you don't feel like you can express yourself, or anger and defensiveness, because you can't express yourself the way you are. You can get defensive and sometimes aggressive about it because you're so frustrated you can't express yourself. So throat chakra is a really important one, and then it's also about creativity in terms of how you express yourself through the arts. So it will be a fun one to work through, I think, and you may find some art or music or dance supplies when we do this guided meditation. Okay, so let's start off by cleansing. So I'm going to use my bergamot. I know it. The one nice thing about ritual, which we are doing, is it's almost like a Pavlov's dog kind of response. Your body gets used to the ritual, and it signals not only spirit and energy that you are doing some serious work, but you as well. So the smell of bergamot now always makes me think of these chakra workshops. So it will always kind of put me in that place. And it makes the falling into guided meditation much, much easier. So I am going to start off by doing a massage to the 4 directions to let Spirit know that we can use Spirit's guidance. Okay, so we're going to start to the east. I'm going to call the spirits of air. Please come and assist us in all we endeavor. Massaging your shoulder to help you to relax and hopefully fall quicker into the guided meditation. And now your shoulders and your neck. And this is the south. It's the spirits of fire and of courage. Please help us in all we endeavor. And the shoulder, the spirits of water and of deep emotions. Please help us in all we endeavor. The west. And then finally the north. Spirits of earth and grounding. Please support us in all we endeavor. And then if I can have your hand, I'm going to massage your hand. Again, just to further relax you, but to also circle the energies between you and I, so we can open our circle. Just massaging both sides of your hands and your fingers, in between the bones and the top of your hands, on the sides of your fingers as well as the top and the bottom. Feels good. After a long day, this is a nice way to end. Alright, and massaging the palms off the little reflexology points on your palm, and your other hand, and the bones on the top, and the fingers, and the palm. And with that, our circle is open. Okay. Are you ready? Alright, get comfortable. Close your eyes. And we're going to start down the same path we have traveled many times. Walking through the forest, you and I. It's the same forest path. You hear the crunch of the leaves as we walk. Smell the woody scent. See the sun filter down through the trees. Until we come to our clearing with the bench where we meet our guides, and you and I sit. Reflect just a bit on all the time that we've spent here on this bench. You may have met a few different guides or just one teacher who leads you to each of the different homes of your chakra. And you begin to hear the sound of another walking through the forest. And soon they enter the clearing. It may be a guide you have met before, or it may be someone new or something new. Maybe an animal, maybe a light, maybe an angel. It may just be a feeling. Take your guides in whatever form they come. You may ask your guide their name if you have not met them before. And you may ask them any other questions you need to know at this point. And then I will stay on the bench while you and your guide begin to walk through the forest, just a little ways, past the turnoff for the house that holds your heart chakra. And you see another clearing out in the forest that you are heading towards. There seems to be something at the back of the clearing, something large, like a building. And as you get closer, you notice it's an outdoor amphitheater. There are seats. They may be just out of the ground, or they may be chairs for a more permanent structure. And there's a stage. The stage may be covered, or it may be open, like a Greek theater. And you walk closer down to the stage and climb the stairs to the amphitheater. I want you to walk all around the stage and see if you see any item or drawing or have a feeling about what is needed here to open up your throat chakra. You notice at the front of the stage there are some small blue footlights that turn on as you begin to look around, flooding the area with a blue turquoise light. You may decide to walk out into the seats to see if there's anything for you out there. Your guide may sit in a seat or may sit up on the stage and wait for you. Continue to look all around. How does the amphitheater look? How many people does it seat? Do you wish to speak while up on the stage? Do you have any supplies to use? Do you feel like moving or singing? Feel free to sit with your guide and ask any questions about the things that you feel, any items you might have found. The meaning of anything you have observed in the home of your throat chakra. If your guide gives you a task, try to fulfill it if you can. Your guide may ask you to perform in some way, and if you feel comfortable, give it a try. Look out in the audience. Is anyone there? If there is, do they have a reaction to your performance? And when you are ready, you and your guide can begin the trip back through the forest, past the home of your heart chakra, back to the bench, where you sit down with me. And I want to ask you, is there an emotion or feeling that you need to express? Is there anything that you need to say to your guides to speak your truth? And I ask you and your guide, what are your fears about speaking your truth? Take these last few moments to ask any questions of your guide that you need clarification on. Your guide may give you a gift, maybe an item, maybe a thought, maybe a word. Take whatever they give you. And then humbly thank your guide for all they have taught. And your guide begins to walk back through the clearing into the forest. And you and I do the same down our path into the forest. And as we walk, you begin to notice the room where you are sitting in this world. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. How are you doing? Throat's hard. It's a big area. There are a lot of issues there. Almost none of us speak our full truth. And so not only do we need to figure out the truths that we need to speak, but who we need to speak them to. Because for safety's sake, we can't be a complete open book to everyone all the time. That's why the amphitheater is so large. There's a lot to figure out in throat chakra. Alright. Let's bring you back to your body. So let's picture a cord running from your third eye down, down, down through your chakras and into the earth. This cord anchors you to the earth. Your head is fully connected to this world. And to further attach your body, do a bit more massage to bring you back. Okay. So we will start with the north, and we release you, spirits of the earth. And the west, we release you, spirits of water. And the south, we release you, spirits of fire. And the east, we release you, spirits of air. And we take your hand and circle the energy back. Your other hand, feeling fully connected to your body. And here's your drink. Take a drink. And with that, we extinguish our candle. One thing with throat chakra, work on your throat chakra tends to linger. So, you will probably find all week that issues of your throat chakra keep popping up for you. You will notice when you are not speaking your truth. And again, for safety's sake, I am not saying always speak all of your truth all of the time. But you will need to use your intuition, which we have been working on and should be getting stronger for you. Use your intuition to know, is this a time when I need to speak my truth? Is this a safe time to speak my truth? Is this an appropriate time to speak my truth? Is it inappropriate, but it's safe enough and I need to speak my truth anyway? There are going to be people who never want to hear your truth. And for you, you need to speak it anyway. So, that can take a lot of soul searching. Pay close attention. You do not need to resolve everything in throat chakra right away. Throat chakra is an ongoing process because we are always interacting with new people. So, what is appropriate in speaking our truth is constantly evolving. And we have to figure out how we want to speak our truth. There are ways to say it that feel authentic and feel comfortable, and there are ways that feel pushy or wimpy, or we often have to figure out our truth and say it to ourselves in a way we feel comfortable before we're able to say it to others. All right. This is hard work. You are doing very well. So take care. And I will see you next week. Good night. And that is the end of the role play. And that is all true about throat chakra. Throat chakra is hard. Throat chakra takes a lot of ongoing work. And sometimes you just know when it's right. And talking about my ASMR work, I think I may have mentioned that I went out to dinner with my sister, and we were kind of dropping hints back and forth about our interest in stones and shamanism and things like that. And I really did not have an intention of telling my sister about the work I've been doing with magic, but it just was the right time. I've been wanting to talk to people about it, but I wasn't really planning on it right then. So, hi, Julianne. It's good to see you again. I think you missed last week, but we're here the week before. And again, I want to mention, especially I'm thinking in terms of Julianne, who's usually here, or is at least here every other time, pretty much. If you would like to become part of the Facebook group, my name on Facebook is Jessica Cross. Apparently, depending on what your circles are, I may be hard to find. But when you find me, I'll have my little Nutty McFreak icon. You can always send me your information, and I will try and friend you. But again, many of you, there's 100 different people with your name, so I'd need to know a little bit more information. But do reach out to me if you friend me, and let me know who you are, especially if I can't. Like Julianne, I might not necessarily know who you are from your Facebook page. And then I'll put you in the Facebook group. Hi, Satya. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure if that's how I would pronounce it, Satya. Hi. Reflexology is hands or feet or ears sometimes. It's the idea that your entire body is reflected on these parts of your body. So for ear, it's like a curled fetus. And basically, it's easier to see with feet, but when you put your feet together, it's like your toes are your head and your heels are your feet. So, and hands, it's about the same. It's a little bit more convoluted in hands because hands don't fit kind of the same way feet do. Well, Sasha, I didn't answer your question earlier because I actually didn't get it. All of the questions just popped out right now, and then of course I hit something and lost all of you. So I'm getting you back right now, at least getting all okay. So that's why I didn't respond to you. So I don't respond during the role play anyway, but thank you for jumping in, Robin, and letting him know. Tom, I'm glad you found that relevant. Yeah, it's always interesting, Sophie, when you don't think you have an issue somewhere, like heart chakra for me. I'm a very happily married woman with a lot of people that I love in my life, and I had a whole bunch of stuff come up around heart chakra. So, and I think it's a lot about kind of energy too. So, yeah, and I think if you know a little bit about the chakras, you think of throat as communication. So you think, am I a good talker? Am I good at, leading groups? Am I shy? It's not just that. It's what are you saying? And are you saying what you need to be saying? So, hi, Mindy. Yeah, that amphitheater is a good place to practice as well, Sophie. Public speaking is a really, really good thing to learn. And the other thing that I would say is don't judge yourself in public speaking. I used to run workshops. You can see how often I say and things like that. I used to do it even more, and it's very easy to decide you can't do public speaking or you can't lead groups because you say or you hesitate here and there. It's bull. I've seen some of the best speakers. They sound good. They're the boringest people to listen to on the face of the earth. So you find your style. If it's authentic for you, it does not have to fit in the rule book with how you do public speaking. So I just want to throw that out there because public speaking, it used to terrify me. I used to just be shaking before I would go and do a workshop. And at a certain point, I was just like, look, I'm going to sound the way I sound. And sometimes I sound dorky, but I'm authentic. And I found the style that fits for me. I did a lot of activities in my workshops. I'm not a lecturer. I never will be. Even though I can talk my pants off on these videos. I'm always surprised I can talk my pants off in these videos. But I do it a lot more like when I'm doing these live ones, and I can talk to you guys because I feel like there's an interaction. I have to really prepare for my long videos, and if you see, I usually do them in smaller chunks, and they're usually about things I know pretty well, so I do a lot of research on things before I do my videos. But so, tangent, not that much of a tangent. We're talking about, we're talking about the throat chakra, so we're talking about public speaking. All right, I do want to jump in and do an energy healing for Kate. I don't know if Kate is here. Kate is usually here, and Kate is usually silent. But I'm going to do an energy healing for Kate, even if she's not here, because I told her I wanted to. And that will probably be my energy healing, but I do want to do readings for people. So if you would like a reading while I'm doing this energy healing, jump in there and put your name in, and I will do a Power Thought card reading for you. And it's a good time to do it because we have July coming up. So this can really be your card for July. What's the stuff you need to work on for July? So I can do a million of those. So I am going to do this healing for Kate, and jump in and put your comment in there if you would like a reading. Okay, Kate, starting with root chakra. So we've got issues of security and stability, childhood issues. Okay, that's looking pretty clean and red. There's a little bit of darkness around the edge, so I'm just going to send some energy there and just clear it right out. That's a bright chakra. So you've been doing some work around there, Kate. Okay, let's move up to sacral. So orange disc, issues of creativity and fertility. Also beautiful orange. I've at least seen some of your drawings. So I know the creativity is there in abundance. So let's move up to solar plexus, yellow, right above your navel. Darker. Okay. So solar plexus is power and control issues. So it's looking pretty dark. So I am going to have you breathe out while I breathe in, and we're going to try and remove some of that darkness from your solar plexus. One more time. Okay, cleared up a little. I'm going to send more energy there. Okay. Come on. Come on, solar plexus. Give me some yellow. Better, better, better. Okay, we got sort of a mustard yellow there. So it's better, but still not 100%. I may go back there, but I don't want to expend all my energy there either. So, all right, heart chakra, green disc right at your heart. Also kind of dark. So come brighten it up. Come on. There we go. A little bit. All right. Kate, I'm going to do some aura cleansing with you at the end. Try and clear up that solar plexus and heart. We'll see. Hopefully, after this, throat is better. So let's go throat chakra. A little dark, but not too bad. Okay, let's move to your third eye. An indigo disc for intuition. Trust that intuition, Kate. All right, let's move up to your crown. And this is a violet light. This is your connection to spirit, which I know is very strong. Okay, there we go. Okay, cleared that up a little bit. Okay, Kate. I want you surrounded, picture yourself surrounded with a white light. Okay. With each exhale, I want you to exhale some of that negative energy from those higher chakras. I'm going to turn that light green. And that's the healing color. It's going to clean out your solar plexus to begin with. I think the blockage in your solar plexus is keeping all of that strong energy you have from getting up to your top chakras. So it's going to blast through that. Even if it's a small area where that power has to filter through to get to those higher chakras. Okay, that solar plexus is feeling better. How about heart? Let's permeate that with the green light from all around you. Better. Okay, let's go up to throat. Just make it a brighter, brighter blue. Better, 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 better. Okay, good, good. Now let's go to your third eye and just, it's very powerful, but it needs to be brighter. There we go. And just end with that crown. The violet of your crown, which is very strong. All right, and turn that aura all around you white again. And I want you to shoot it down into the earth. Create roots for yourself to connect you back to this world and this body. Okay, Kate, I hope that helped. Definitely some stuff going on there. But the aura cleansing seemed to clear it up quite a bit. So, okay. Oh, good. It's funny because these comments are coming through not at all and then all at once. So. The typical procedure for reflexology, most people do feet. There are lots and lots of reflexology books, and I actually have a few reflexology videos on my site that you can check out. I think I've got one for stress, one for energizing. I get a lot of call for reflexology in my massage work sometimes because people are on their feet all day and they really want a good foot massage, and it helps the rest of their body as well. So you can check that out. There's a lot on reflexology on YouTube. So thank you, Sophie. I would love to do a reading for you, Tom. And I would love to do one for you, Mindy, and one for you, Sophie. And just so you know, I pulled a card today It's kind of the card I'm working with for July. So this is Star. So this is basically like, hold on, have faith, things will get better. And that is really how I'm feeling about July. Things are already starting to get better. But it's been a little tough there. I don't know if it has for anybody else, but it has for me. So let's start with you, Tom. Okay, so I'm saying these are cards for July. So Star was one of my cards for July. It was kind of our group card. I picked another card for July for me that is really about you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. So it's Three of Pentacles. And that's my July card specifically for me, but Star is an even better one for our group. So this is for you, Tom. I let go of all expectations. I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. That's a nice one. So go with the flow, Tom. Don't push it too hard. That's another thing that kind of astrology stuff for July of this year is kind of saying don't push too hard. Don't try to make things go too fast, or else you'll have to go back and fix them. So I am trying to be patient. I am not the most patient person in the world. So I'm trying. I'm trying. After the fact, I always look and say, oh, that didn't take long at all. In the middle of it, I'm just like, why is this taking so long? Okay, so this one is for you, Mindy. Here's July for you. I am willing to forgive. Forgiveness of myself and others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive, and I set myself free. Nice one. Okay. It's also a really nice question to ask your guides sometimes in meditations. Who do I need to forgive? And who needs to forgive me? Sometimes you can work that out in meditation. All right, so this one is for Sophie. Sophie for July. I love my body. And I've seen you on Facebook, and you're cute, cute, cute. I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect truth. Peace and calm for Sophie. And Robin, I would love to do one for you. A la plum. Okay. Gotta tell me what a la plum is, where that came from. Alright, here you go. This one's for Robin. I now create a wonderful new job. I don't know if that's something you're looking for, Robin, but you're creating it. I am totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location, and earning good money. Doesn't sound bad. One thing I have learned about this card, one of the important parts about it is I now create a wonderful new job. So, Robin, start thinking about what you like to do and try to incorporate that as much as you can into your life. So for me, I wanted to do workshops like this, as I've said, for a very long time. And I kept waiting for somebody to come out of the blue and either say, would you run these workshops for me? Or I wanted to make enough money on YouTube that I could rent out a hotel and have us all meet and do workshops. And I wanted it just to kind of happen. And once I kind of gave that up and I decided I was going to make it happen. I was going to make it happen somehow. So this is the way I figured out how to make it happen. So use that card in that way too. You know, it's not just about somebody swooping in and offering you a beautiful new job. It's always about making contracts with the energy. I really believe that if there's something you want bad enough and you're willing to work at it and work at it and work at it and work at it, it'll happen. It's been 2 years making these videos. Now, luckily, I love them, because if I didn't love making them, I wouldn't be making them. But it's just now that I'm starting to get some recognition for them. So, and that does not mean financial recognition. That means that, yay, I've had 6,000 views and probably made $5 in ad revenue. Obviously, it's not why I do it. So, okay. So this one is Susumat. I am so happy you're here too, and I know that you have supported me for a very, very long time. I would love to know your actual name, because I assume it's not Susumat. It might be. But this reading is for you, but do jump in and let me know what your name is if you would like me to refer to you by your name. I am totally adequate for all situations. Don't be put off by adequate. Adequate is good. Adequate, we're all adequate. We're perfection, not worth, we can strive for it, but it's rare it's going to happen. Adequate is good. In all situations we're adequate, not bad. I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it is easy for me to stand up for myself. Good one for throat chakra. Good one for throat chakra, and good one for intuition next week. So, good. I'm just reading the comment from Robin. Yeah, and if you're still in school, hi Tracy. Hey Tracy. It's very nice to know real names. I do know your usernames, but it's very nice to know real names. Makes you seem more like real people, and you are all real people. So I just want to comment to Robin, if you're still in school, it may be talking more about school so that you can move forward, but also it may even be, like I said, find a way to start incorporating what you want to do down the road into being able to do some of it now. It's one of the things when I went to social work school, one of the big things that I wanted in my school was internships, because I had gotten my undergraduate degree and worked my tail off, and then realized that I actually had no qualifications for any job because I was actually working in Kinko's after I graduated with my undergrad degree from a very good school, and had really worked hard, and I just hadn't specialized in anything. I've mentioned my undergrad degree was in women's studies. So I really, even though I had done a brief internship, it was in social work. So I didn't have a master's degree, and you really can't get many jobs in social work without a master's degree. So I wanted to do something practical. So what I'm saying, Robin, is if you really know what you're going to want to do down the road, see if you can incorporate some of it into your life now. Just, bits and pieces to find out what you really want to do. So that's my... Yes, Tracy, I'm so glad you're here. You have been watching me for a long time, and you do comment all the time, and I really appreciate it. I know sometimes I'm really bad about commenting on people's videos too, because I listen to videos while I work. So I don't always have the time to break from work to say, I loved your video. But if anybody else is like me, comments mean so much. It's one thing to have a bunch of views, but you really don't know if people are watching it. I mean, I know like with you get an idea of the average of how long people are watching your videos, but you don't know if that means that half the people are watching till the end and the other half are watching for 30 seconds. So getting comments from you guys, and some of my best suggestions have come in comments. I don't do a lot of specific excellent, Robin. Some of my best suggestions, like I was thinking about how the Baron came to be, and how this new series came to be with the clinic, and it's because people have been asking me to do doctor's videos for so long, and the doctor freaks me out, and I don't like role-playing stuff I really don't know about, and the idea of doing a whole bunch of research on like optometry didn't really excite me. So I had to kind of find a spin where it fit for me well. And so that's how the Baron's clinic visits. It also had to be weird enough that it didn't really trigger my actual fears of doctors. I went to the optometrist today, actually. And I do remember being triggered by the optometrist as a kid. And then as my eyesight got worse and worse, and as I had a detached retina, and I've had I have very, very bad eyes. I am blind as a bat. Getting triggered by the optometrist was no longer an issue because it was just kind of scary. It was like, oh, you know, how many hundreds of dollars are my new glasses and contacts going to cost? And I hope my prescription didn't change again because I really can't afford it. And like they dilated my eyes today, so I just kind of felt weird all afternoon. And there's a little gnat that's flying around in here and driving me nuts. Sorry if you see like I'm kind of spazzing out. So, well, good, Robin. I just want to comment on moving on to a PhD program. First of all, more power to you. I did not want to do my PhD. I was so happy to get out with my master's, and I like school, but I was done. My husband has his PhD, and God bless him, because I don't like writing very much, and there gets to, if you're getting your PhD, you're going to be writing. You're going to be doing research, and you're going to be writing, and that's not what I like to do. So I'm so glad there are people out there like you, Robin, who do like to do that, and like my husband who like to do that, because I do like to know the results of research, and I do like to read some research papers. But so I'm glad you're going to be moving on to the area that you like, and hopefully you'll find sort of specialties that you want to work into. So, well, unless there are other comments, and granted, if you write them right now, I may be offline before I see them. But I'm going to let you guys go. And next week, we're going to be working on third eye. We're going to be going into the higher realm. So that's fun. So the first two chakras, we went into the lower realm and went underground. And this is not the way all shamans do this. This is not the way this is just, again, these are actual meditations that I had. So I did my chakra training, and they weren't guided meditations. They were just my own meditations, and this is where I went. I went to the amphitheater for my throat chakra, and I was kind of surprised. And I was kind of surprised that for solar plexus, climbed up into a tree, because I was expecting to stay down low again because it's a lower chakra. And then for third eye and spirit, we go up. We're climbing up. And hopefully we'll see our bird guide again. That's who usually takes me around. So do some research on birds. See what who you think you might meet and what that might mean. And I'm going to say good night. And I am going to be recording my pants off this week because my husband is in London, and so the Baron Oh, we're going to find out things about the Baron. He is a weird guy. We'll see. He's weird. I've also decided I've been uh, texting or Facebooking back and forth with Drew, who sometimes is on here, about the Baron, because he asked what the Baron would do for his birthday. And I've decided I need to like create a Facebook page of stuff that the Baron likes to do, because when he asked that question, I then proceeded to go on YouTube and find all kinds of totally bizarre things that the Baron would like to do. And I tried desperately to find, if any of you guys know Miranda July, she's actually been on a couple of comedy shows and things like that. But I saw her once. She was doing performance art in Boston before a concert I went to. And for months and months, my friend and I would go, number 3, it's number 2. Number 3, it's number 2. Do you remember anything? That was smart. And it was just totally bizarre and awesome. And I just thought that's exactly what the Baron would do. So the Baron's getting weirder and weirder, more and more fun, and I can't wait. So I'm hoping to get through 3 more this week, and by the end you guys will know what's the dealio with the Baron. So okay, thank you guys. As always, you make my night, you make my week. I can't wait to get in here next week and talk with you guys again, and I'm excited to do Third Eye. And you guys all have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here, as always. Night.